South Africa sits at the southern tip of the African continent. The coastline spans over 2,800 kilometers, bordering both the cold Atlantic Ocean on the west and the warmer Indian Ocean on the east. This geographical position allows the country to catch swells generated by low-pressure storms spinning deep in the Southern Ocean. Surfing here requires navigating varying water temperatures, strong coastal currents, and an active marine ecosystem. Despite these environmental challenges, the country produces world-class athletes and hosts elite surfing competitions. Here are the 10 best surf destinations in South Africa. Subscribe to Surf Hunter as we paddle into these demanding lineups. Number 10. Muizenberg, Cape Town. Muizenberg is a coastal suburb of Cape Town, located on the northern shores of False Bay. It is widely considered the historical birthplace of surfing in South Africa. The area's surfing roots date back to 1919, when a returning soldier brought the concept from Hawaii and local residents began riding the waves on solid wooden boards. The beach features a gradual, sloping sand bottom that creates gentle, rolling waves. These forgiving bathymetric conditions make it the most popular location in the country for beginners and longboarders. The wave breaks consistently year-round, catching swells that refract into False Bay from the deeper ocean. Surfers usually wear 4 or 3 millimeters wetsuits here because the water temperature averages around 15 degrees Celsius. To manage the local wildlife, the municipality operates a dedicated shark spotter program. Observers sit on the mountainside with binoculars to warn surfers if great white sharks enter the bay. The beachfront is lined with colorful changing booths, surf schools, and rental shops, maintaining a relaxed, community-focused atmosphere that welcomes hundreds of visitors daily. Number 9. Elands Bay, West Coast. Elands Bay is a small fishing village located 220 kilometers north of Cape Town on the arid, windswept west coast. The town has a population of roughly 1,500 residents and relies heavily on the local lobster fishing industry. The main attraction for the surfing community is a high-quality left-hand point break that peels precisely across a rocky shelf. The wave requires a solid southwesterly swell to wrap around the headland and works best during the cold winter months between May and August. The water here is freezing, heavily influenced by the upwelling of the Benguela Current. Surfers must deal with strong offshore winds that groom the wave faces but significantly lower the air temperature. The lineup sits directly in front of a mountain containing the Baboon Point Cave, a provincial heritage site with indigenous rock art dating back thousands of years. It attracts dedicated surfers willing to endure the freezing environment for a fast, hollow ride that runs for over 100 meters along the rocks. Number 8. Victoria Bay, Garden Route. Victoria Bay is a narrow, sheltered cove situated on the Garden Route, located exactly between the towns of George and Wilderness. The bay is enclosed by steep, vegetated cliffs on both sides, providing excellent shelter from the prevailing coastal winds. The primary attraction is a right-hand point break that is consistent, breaking over a mix of sand and large boulders. It offers a structured takeoff zone near the rocks, followed by a sloping wall that allows for multiple carving maneuvers before closing out on the beach. The bay itself is tiny, featuring only a handful of beachfront houses and a single steep access road that ends at a concrete pier. Because of the limited physical space, the lineup becomes crowded very quickly when a good swell hits the coast. Local surfers dominate the main peak, requiring visitors to wait their turn on the shoulder. The wave holds sizes up to 10 feet and serves as a regular stop for national and regional surfing competitions. The surrounding cliffs offer elevated vantage points for spectators to watch the surfing action closely. Number 7. Llandudno, Cape Town. Llandudno is an affluent residential suburb located on the Atlantic seaboard of the Cape Peninsula. The beach is visually striking, surrounded by large granite boulders and the steep slopes of the 12 Apostles mountain range. The surf here is a wedge-like beach break that produces steep, fast waves. The sandbars shift constantly due to the ocean currents, creating unpredictable, peaky waves that break very close to the shore. It is a wave designed for quick reactions rather than long rides. The water temperature at Llandudno rarely exceeds 13 degrees Celsius, making thick wetsuits and booties mandatory for most of the year. The wave is known for its sudden, hollow sections, drawing skilled bodyboarders and shortboarders looking for quick barrel rides. There are no commercial shops, streetlights, or restaurants on the beach, as local zoning laws strictly prohibit commercial development. This lack of infrastructure keeps the beach relatively quiet compared to other city beaches, though the wave demands strong paddling ability to overcome the rip currents. Number 6. Dungeons, Cape Town. Dungeons is a specialized big wave surf spot located off the coast of Hout Bay on the Cape Peninsula. The wave breaks over an uneven underwater reef system located nearly 2 kilometers offshore, making it accessible only by boat or jet ski. It was first surfed in 1984 by local pioneers and later gained international recognition during the Red Bull Big Wave Africa events held in the early 2000s. The wave requires deep winter storm swells exceeding 15 feet just to break properly on the outer reef. The ocean floor consists of large granite boulders, causing the incoming swells to surge, step, and fold unpredictably. Surfers face sheer vertical drops of up to 40 feet in freezing water. The area is also situated near Seal Island, home to a colony of over 60,000 Cape fur seals and the great white sharks that actively hunt them. Surfing Dungeons requires specialized safety equipment, including inflation vests, two-way radios, and a dedicated rescue support crew. It remains a severe test of endurance and nerve for the global big wave community. Number 5. Durban, KwaZulu-Natal. Durban is the third most populous city in South Africa, located on the east coast bordering the warm Indian Ocean. The city features a stretch of coastline known as the Golden Mile, which offers numerous concrete piers and shifting sandbars. The water temperature here averages 23 degrees Celsius, allowing surfers to wear board shorts for most of the year. The consistent swells and warm water make Durban the undisputed competitive hub of South African surfing, producing many of the country's professional athletes. The piers constructed along the beach manipulate the lateral sand flow, creating wedge-shaped waves that provide fast, hollow rides. Spots like New Pier and Cave Rock are heavily localized and draw the top professional surfers in the region. The municipality relies heavily on offshore shark nets to protect the swimming beaches, though these nets are controversial due to their environmental impact on marine life. Durban hosts numerous international qualifying events and serves as the ultimate training ground for high-performance competitive surfing. Number 4. Cape St. Francis, Cape St. Francis is a coastal village situated on a prominent headland in the Eastern Cape, located 110 kilometers west of Port Elizabeth. The town gained international fame after being featured heavily in the iconic 1966 documentary, The Endless Summer. The specific wave shown in the film, known locally as Bruce's Beauties, is a right-hand point break that only functions on large southwesterly swells. When it works, it produces a fast, tubular ride over a shallow, uneven rock reef. Because the required swell angle is specific, Bruce's Beauties remains dormant for long periods of time. However, the surrounding area features several other consistent breaks. Seal Point, located just down the road, picks up more open ocean swell and offers a reliable right-hander that breaks near an active lighthouse. The town has preserved its character through strict building codes that require white walls and thatched roofs on all houses. The ocean here is cold and exposed to strong currents, demanding physical fitness from visiting surfers. Number 3. Mossel Bay. Mossel Bay is an industrial and harbor town located on the Southern Cape. The town is known for its maritime history, being the exact spot where Portuguese explorer Bartolomeu Dias landed in 1488. The primary surf spot here is Inner Pool, a right-hand point break that wraps cleanly around a rocky headland. The wave is naturally sheltered from the prevailing southeasterly winds, ensuring clean, glassy conditions during the busy summer months when other spots are blown out. The wave breaks over a flat rock shelf, providing a predictable takeoff zone and a long, workable face. The lineup is situated very close to the harbor wall, meaning surfers must navigate boat traffic and strong outgoing tides. The local marine environment is active, with regular sightings of dolphins, seals, and sharks right behind the breaking waves. The town serves as a reliable surfing destination when onshore winds ruin the surf at other locations along the Garden Route, offering a consistent option for traveling surfers. Number 2. Kalk Bay. Kalk Bay is a historic fishing village on the False Bay coast, located just south of Muizenberg. The primary surf spot is a shallow, hollow left-hand reef break known as Kalk Bay Reef. The wave breaks directly in front of the local commuter railway line and the busy harbor wall. It requires a large south or southeasterly swell to push past the concrete breakwater and detonate on the rocky shelf. It is a wave designed strictly for experienced barrel riders. The takeoff at Kalk Bay is a steep, late drop that immediately leads into a heavy barrel section. The water over the reef is extremely shallow, often exposing sea urchins and sharp rocks at low tide. The local surfers are territorial, enforcing a strict hierarchy in the water to manage the small takeoff zone. Surfing here requires precise positioning and the ability to ride deep inside the tube. Spectators often gather on the harbor wall, standing only a few meters away from the surfers, creating a unique urban surfing environment. Number 1. Jeffreys Bay, J-Bay. Taking the top spot is Jeffreys Bay, located in the Eastern Cape Province. Known globally simply as J-Bay, it is recognized as one of the best right-hand point breaks on Earth. The wave breaks over a lava rock reef covered in sand, peeling for hundreds of meters along the shoreline. The bay is divided into several distinct sections, including boneyards, super tubes, and point. Super tubes is the fastest and most prized section, offering multiple barrel opportunities on a single wave. Jeffreys Bay operates at its peak during the winter months, when strong low-pressure systems push ground swells up from the roaring 40s. The water is cold, and the lineup is regularly visited by marine life, including a widely publicized shark encounter during a professional competition in 2015. The town economy revolves entirely around the surf industry, hosting a major stop on the World Surf League Championship Tour annually. Surfing a set wave from the top of the point to the end requires stamina and precise rail technique, cementing J-Bay as the ultimate prize in South African surfing. South Africa offers a rugged, demanding environment that rewards dedication and respect for the ocean. Have you surfed in South Africa before? Tell us about your session in the comments. Stick around for more global surf exploration by subscribing to Surf Hunter. Catch you in the water.